Well, listeners, welcome back to Subculture After Dark. There is a brand new album coming out that we know that a lot of you are going to want to go out and grab. It's Hyro The Hero's brand new album called Bound for Glory, and we thought we would actually get him on the phone today to chat a little bit about this amazing brand new album. Welcome to the program, mate.
Yo, what's up? Thanks for having me. After dark with daylight out here in France. That's so cool.
No, mate, that was going to be my first question. What are you doing in France at the moment?
Oh man, I'm waking up early in the morning, getting ready for workout and everything. My wife is French, so I moved out here during the pandemic and stuff like that. So yeah, just change of pace, man. Love it out here. Still learning the language. It's so hard.
So tell us, what are the big differences living in France to when you were born and raised in Houston?
Oh man, just a big culture change. Just America in general, you know what I'm saying? They close on Sundays, a lot of stuff like that's the hardest part to deal with is the Sunday closing. So yeah, and not everything 24 hours and stuff like that, man. So I think that's just a whole difference from America to France.
And what's the music scene like there?
Oh man, I luckily landed in this place called Nantes, France, a few hours from Paris, man, and it's a straight up metal city. I'm already in the scene. Everybody know, Hyro's here, you know, so cool, man. Go to the bars and get love. There's always some cool rock shows every week. Like, this is like the metal city out here in France. It's so cool, man. And they also do Hellfest out here, which is a huge festival. And Motley Crue headline the other day, all the bands. I got to see a lot of friends come through here. So cool. There's another one called Motorculture coming up very soon, too. I'm going to see some people. So, yeah, awesome out here.
Awesome. Now, mate, talking of great music, your brand new album, Bound for Glory, I've had a chance to sit down and take a listen to it, and I absolutely love it. And I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about this album, because this album feels like you've gone back and remembering what you've been through to get to where you are today. Is that what was inspiring this album?
Wow, you straight up summed it up, man, perfectly. That's exactly what it is, man. It took some time to make, you know, especially over the pandemic and everything like that, but throughout that whole time, just new stuff was added on, and I was able to build it up better than what I thought it was before. And yeah, it's a collective of just, you know, the road to where I'm at right now. And, you know, I'm going to keep going down my path as long as I'm living. And it's basically bringing in the listener and it's, you know, hey, we're going down the road and let's just chase our dreams and try to get to where we're trying to go.
So what was it like going back and reminiscing on things that have happened? Did that take you on a bit of a journey as well?
Oh, no, it's more of a natural feeling. So you catching moments of how I feel at that time. You know, making music is capturing a moment in time. And, you know, because I can say a verse, I can, you know, spit a verse, but I could do it right now, and it's not going to sound the same way if I do it tomorrow, you know. So you're catching that moment in time of how I felt at that moment. I really don't take that long to write songs and things like that. I sure enough, you know, I freestyle sure enough just off my head. That's how I felt at the moment. So you catch moments like that. So that's what I love about it. And this is like you caught some really good stuff on now, you know.
So tell us a little bit about that songwriting process. Like you said, you freestyle a lot of the time. Does that just happen when you're in the studio?
Oh, yeah. It depends on the song, the moment, the mood, the energy, the vibe. You know, some songs are not to be freestyle, some songs are to be written. It just depends on what. It's like the first kick or the first sound just sends me to where I need to be. I can sit there and like, damn, I can't rap. I don't know what the words to think about. Boom, I hear a song and the words just come to you. I don't know how it works. It's just insane to me. I can't sit with a song for like 3-4 months and, you know, it's just weird. Or the only thing is if I'm not feeling it, you go to sleep, wake up in the morning, bam, you're energized with some words. I can't explain that process, man.
Now, the latest single that you've got out from the new album is a cover of Busta Rhymes. Tell us a little bit about why you chose to cover that track.
Oh, man. That was just so cool. I'm working with Matt Good, he produced a lot of the songs on the album. And me and him, he come from a hip-hop background. You know, he was in the band from first to last with Skrillex. So, you know, they had that hip-hop vibe before, too. So me and him just vibing, and he was thinking of a cover, and he was like, "Man, you should do Woo Ha." I was like, "Oh my God, you all right? I should do Woo Ha." So I thought I was just gonna go into the microphone and rap the words, and you really gain a whole new respect for the old school artist because the way he used his words and said the words, that was difficult for me to do, because they really spent the time. Back then, it wasn't just press record because you have the studio at home. They had to go in and perfect their song. So that was really amazing to do, and I learned a lot from just doing that cover.
So how did you get past those challenges? Like you said, it was a challenging track to cover. How did you get around those challenges?
Oh, you gotta humble yourself, you sit back and play it back, and it's like, wow, that's not how he said that. That's not the feeling he put in. You humble yourself, and you just like, okay, I know how to do my style, but to flip somebody else's style is totally different. So yeah, I just how to repeat, and you try to capture his energy amongst my energy, but still fit in the same frame of how he pushed his words and things like that,
Hyro, you've created a genre of music that is basically your very own genre. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about your influences when you were growing up. What kind of music did you listen to when you were growing up?
Oh man, I grew up on Tupac. I'm from Houston, so we had DJ Screw, Pimp C, Paul Wall, Chameleon, the whole Houston scene, Lil Flip. So I'm a mixture of that when it comes to my hip-hop part of it. But then I decided to change the radio station, and I heard all these mainstream bands, rock and roll. I'm like, okay, this is cool. Also MTV back in the days, you couldn't help but to see the Papa Roaches and all these things like that, Rage Against the Machine, Deftones. So that influenced me, but then I started diving deeper, and I saw, there's some black people do it too. Bad Brains, Fishbone. Then I got into Active Drive-In and all this. So it's just a mixture of all of this stuff of me growing up and seeing performances like on the road. When I went to Australia to perform Soundwave, I was watching the Pearl Jam DVD, and that inspired me. Oh, I can do this on stage. I can go crazy like that, So just a mix of all these things that created what I do, man.
Awesome. And you've also just launched a Spotify playlist as well called H-Town Playlist. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, that's just so cool. Just so where I can bring people into my world of what I grew up listening to, in this world of streaming and stuff. So it's so cool at the quick of, the tap of a button or however you say that. So it's just it's like somebody in Australia, like you asking me about it. So you get to, Hyro, listen to this type of music in Houston. That's so awesome, man. Like, I think I had a ZZ Top with the 25 Lighters. 25 Lighters is a classic H-Town song, and they remade it. And just, man, that just shows how cool and how much that culture has spread amongst the world.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I've been listening to it this week, and I've absolutely loved some of the tracks in there. Discovered new music. Was that the hope for you, that people would discover new music that they hadn't heard before?
Oh yeah, you make me happy, man. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. That's so cool. And somebody from Australia listening to some classic H-Town stuff. That's so cool.
Now, Bound for Glory comes out on September the 15th. What have you got planned after that? Have you got some shows coming up? Is there any chance we might even see you in Australia at some stage?
Oh, yeah, I'm going on tour with Nothing More out in America. For right now, that's my plans. And then I'm going to go make some more music out in Arizona. But yeah, so that tour with Nothing More, I'm really excited about that because I haven't toured in a few years, so I'm ready to get back on stage. I've been working out, going crazy, drinking my milk and all that, I'm about to go crazy.
What was that like for you during the pandemic, not being able to get out and do shows? Was that a pretty tough time?
Oh yeah, man, especially living in LA, man, where you go out to LA for music and do that, and everything was slowed down, so it was really kind of tough for me. So I had a big tour that was canceled and everything, so that was my last of that before I went. It was tough, but it was also amazing because, like I said, my songs were able to improve, and I was able to get super cool features like David Draymond and Corey Taylor and all these kind of stuff like that. Because people were, around at home, and, I just found out how much respect I got in music, seeing that people wanted to join me on songs. So it was also epic for me around that time.
Do you get nervous when you approach somebody like that? Like when you contact David Draymond or Brandon Saller, do you get a little bit nervous when you first reach out to them to collaborate?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you're nervous and just like, damn. I hope they even, accept what I'm doing. And yeah, but it's just your mind messing with you. They the coolest people, man. You meet some of these people and they're so cool, and especially when they got a respect for you, and then you talk to them and they tell you how much they like you. It's like what? It's crazy.
Now, mate, I know we are running out of time very, very quickly, but I know our listeners would be pretty angry if I didn't ask this question. Is there a chance we might see you in Australia at some stage in the not too distant future?
I want to come out. I've been to Australia in 2012, I think, and last time I was out there, Deftones I was with. So yeah, man, I'm working on that. I want to come out next year, hopefully. So I'm really working on it. But yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, mate, we are going to play Wuha on our show again right now. What would you like to say to all of our listeners out there, not only before they listen to this amazing track, but before they go out and grab Bound for Glory on the 15th?
Oh, man. Hey, keep rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? To the people who don't know me, join in and watch, the rise of Hyro The Hero, man. This music, I want to bring in all my people. Check me out on Instagram, Hyro The Hero. And rock out to Wuha. Wuha.